Hey, so you guys remember at the end of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, there was like that weird robotic voice that said, "Come find me"? Did we ever find out what that was? Alright, so that's the video. That's, standard YouTube Spanish. That's fake. Some, that's just the letters being spelled out. That's just footage directly from the movie. I'm scared. I don't know what that is. Fake. I guess no one's figured it out yet.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Wait. Hold on. I can't have a Marvel meme in my video. Marvel's lame now. I gotta find a different clip to add here. Wait. Okay, Eminem is lame now too. Like, Awfully Hot Coffee Pot? No way. Like, okay, so now how am I supposed to start this video? What am I supposed to start it with? What? No, this is the wrong clip. I don't have this down on my computer. Who put this here? What? No, this someone's pranking me. No. So in today's video, I'll be going over my theories for what the "come find me" means. I have not one theory, not two theories, but several theories. First, I'll be going over my theories as to who's saying "come find me," and after that, I'll be going over my theories as to what it means. I know, truly riveting stuff no one has thought to do before, somehow. Anyhow, without further ado, let's get on to suspect Now, why is Golden Freddy our suspect number one? Well, you see, there's a couple of reasons. Number one is he's kind of the favorite animatronic story-wise, so it kind of makes sense for it to be him. Number two, he's probably the most well-known example of an animatronic communicating directly with someone. And finally, number three, it's the most in character for him to want to be found, because he was just kind of sitting there for a long time, doing nothing, just rotting. And now with that out of the way, let's get on to With Springtrap, it's basically the exact same thing as Golden Freddy, all the same reasons. He's a series favorite, and has the added bonus of technically not appearing in the movies yet. And of course, you know, he was just sitting there rotting in that room for a very long time.
Michael! Don't leave me here! Michael! Help me!
Now, movie William Afton seems to have a different attitude towards getting spring-locked. Having put the helmet on, saying, "I always come back," it seems like he did it on purpose, rather than accident. So, because of that, I think if it is him saying, "Come find me," if anything, it's more of a taunt than anything else. Oh, and before we move on, I need to show you guys something. While I was trying to find that, funny purple guy dancing gif, I had to unfortunately see this image. So yeah, anyways, I'm sorry that you guys had to see that. Well, I mean, I showed it to you, so I'm not really, but still. But now it's time to move on to our third suspect. Now, the puppet is by far the fan favorite answer for who's saying this, and if I'm being honest, it's probably correct. The reason for this is that the puppet's music box music is heard directly before the Come Find Me is played, so there's a pretty strong connection there. It also makes the most sense from a sequel baiting standpoint. The puppet is the one major player that we haven't seen yet in the series, other than the sister location animatronics, obviously. And if the movie for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is based off the game for Five Nights at Freddy's 2, then the puppet's going to be the main animatronic of that movie. Also, side note, does anyone else find it really funny that in terms of story and lore, these four are just kind of random, unimportant bozos? Now, the only issue I have with the puppet theory is I don't know what "come find me" means when it comes to the puppet. Because so far, all the other animatronics have had reasons for you to want to find them, or for them to want to you to find. This is not going in the video, I'm cutting it out. When I say the puppet lacks a reason, what I really mean is, who is the puppet saying "come find me" to? Are they saying it to Michael? Because the puppet hasn't met him yet. Are they saying it to Vanessa? She's in a coma, so I don't know how effective that would be. We just don't know the reason why the puppet would say that. Now, one popular fan theory, and one that I really like, is that Garrett is the puppet. Garrett! Garrett! Now, the main reason for this theory, other than, fans wanting something cool to be true, is the fact that Mike Schmidt's dad looks an awful lot like an unnamed engineer working at Fazbear Incorporated. Now, I couldn't find a picture of the unnamed engineer, mainly because I'm lazy. I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I'd be able to find it, but take my word for it, it was there. The point is that if this was Mike Schmidt's dad, that would slot him in perfectly to be the movie universe's version of Henry Emily. We all know what happened to Henry Emily's child. I mean, I assume you do if you're watching this video. Henry Emily's child got killed and turned into the puppet, which would line up very well for Garrett if that's the thing that is true. But the point is, if Garrett's the puppet, it would give a lot of reason for him to be saying "come find me" at the end of the movie. Now, while I acknowledge the puppet theory is the most likely one, and it's also the fan favorite theory, it's not my favorite theory. To get to my favorite theory, we have to go on to suspect number. That's right, Balloon Boy. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to the internet for already having several buff Balloon Boy edits. Thank you very much. Now, of course, you're probably wondering, why is Balloon Boy, of all characters, my favorite theory? Well, you see, the reason for that is, I can't tell you right now.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
I'm sorry, it's just that Balloon Boy being the person saying this just won't make sense until I get to a later section of the video. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get to the next section of the video. So why is this mysterious figure asking for someone to come and find them? Well, because it wants someone to come and find them.
No shit.
Well, that's kind of obvious, isn't it? But that's not what I want to know. That's the in-universe reason for why that's happening. I want to know the meta reason for why that's happening. Now, alright, I know that many of you who are chronically online probably just got war flashbacks by me adding meta to a word that doesn't really need it. Now, what I mean by meta reason is very simple. It's just the real world reason for why something's happening, so like the studio or writer decision. Now I have a couple theories as to what I think the meta reason might be. The first possible meta reason I can think. Now, being sequel bait is definitely the most popular theory among fans, and it's definitely very likely. But I have reasons to be dubious of this. The number one reason is that if it is sequel bait, it's not very good. I mean, if you really think about it, it doesn't actually tease anything for the next movie. And 99.99% of people aren't going to even get that it was a teaser for a sequel. However, I will admit, being not very good is not a disqualification, because as much as I love the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, there's a lot of things about it that are not very good.
I always come back.
And even beyond all that, I think one of the main reasons I don't like the idea of it being directly sequel bait is because it's not directed towards any characters in the movie. It's directed towards the audience. Nothing about that makes sense from the context of the movie. It's clearly meant for the audience. But that leads directly into my second I firmly believe that this might be the start of some sort of ARG. I mean, Scott's not exactly a stranger to doing this type of thing, and that weird retro robot voice has his fingerprints all over it. The reason I think that this might be some sort of ARG is, like I said earlier, the voice is not directed towards any character in the movie. It's directed towards the audience. It's telling us to come find them. Now, but where does this ARG start? Well, I have a couple theories. The first one, I think if there's any sort of digital ARG, this is probably the number one place to start looking for it. It was a game that was released a week before the movie and was titled FNAF, the movie, the game. It also got a weirdly low amount of buzz for being all that. Other than a game theory video that has a lot of views, basically no one's made a video on this, so I think it's pretty ripe ground to have all sorts of mysteries and such. But I know what you're thinking. What? Scott Cawthon would never hide important lore bits or hints towards the future behind a janky, terrible 2D platformer. Anyways, that's right, my next theorized location for the ARG is the ARG favorite, real life. And this is the part of the video where I finally get to talk about Balloon Boy. Wait, no, come on, don't leave! Alright, okay, trust me, this is going to make sense. Alright, think about it. Balloon Boy in the movie is a small, portable object. In the after credit scene for the movie, we see Balloon Boy get into a taxi cab. What if that's not just a joke? What if, hear me out here, that was meant to be a hint for us to look for Balloon Boy in the real world somewhere? And you might be asking yourself, why do you think this? Well, let me tell you. You see, the spirits, they tell me things. The spirits tell me things and I listen. I am the vessel for the spirits. I do as the spirits guide. I am nothing but the spirits' puppets. They have never been wrong so far. Okay, but seriously guys, I actually know exactly where to start this investigation. If you look at a lot of the behind-the-scenes images from the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, you can see that the child actors were given Five Nights at Freddy's stuffed animals. But Abby was the only person to get 2 stuffed animals. One being a purple Freddy and the other one being Bonnie. Now, having been basically confirmed that Max is Shadow Freddy, aka Purple Freddy in this movie, we know the real names of all these characters: Abby, Jeremy, and Max. Okay, but now here's where it starts getting really crazy, because I figured out that if you combine all these names together, it's the exact amount of letters you need for a YouTube hyperlink. So if you put Abby, Max, Jeremy into the YouTube search bar, after HTTPS, you'll never believe what I just found.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky.
Yeah, I was making most of that up. I'm sorry if you couldn't tell. I swear, MatPat has to just, stare at a screen until the schizophrenia takes over. I have no clue how theorists do anything. So yeah, I basically hit my brick wall, so that's kind of it for me. But if you're smarter than me, or have less of a life than I do, feel free to take a crack at the ARG that may or may not exist, I don't know.